All right, welcome everyone with Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Mushoku Tensei, Season 2, Episode 13. It's been too long.
It's been a bit too long,
and
but we're back.
We're back, and wedding?
No. We're gonna jump.
Yeah, have an engagement period.
Well, we're gonna jump immediately back into just the story. We're just declaring things now, but like actually going through all the process of things and the way this is going to mean a lot politically for Rudius
and others.
Because not only is he going to be, affiliated with a specific royal, he's a gray rat, so that could mean all
sorts of things. And then, that whole thing of like, saving mom.
Yeah, mom's far away, bro.
Mom's far away, and there are a lot of things that we're dealing with right now. She'll be fine.
We're in school.
We're in school, and other people are definitely going to be saving her.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's fine.
Totally.
It's fine. We can just keep rolling with this. Let's see if our protagonist can actually have some happiness for a little bit.
I would love that.
Because, having your dick stuck in a situation for a long time, that fucking sucks. But if we can get into just like a happy fun times arc of just everything being resolved nicely, that'd be great. But we will eventually have to leave magic school.
But see, the thing is, Caleb,
we'll see how long that goes.
We just dealt with the problem that we weren't in any hard times, and now we finally are able to be in hard times.
So then I'm encouraging a form of soft times that we'll return to,
But within a limited scope of things that we're talking about.
No. It was already limited before, so now we want it more encompassing.
There we go.
Yeah. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Bed's been cleaned, or that part's been...
Yep. Sheets have been changed.
Cut out. Still,
He's got multiple holy rounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
He's smiling more than he usually does. That's one way to say it.
Yes. Yeah. We don't need the details. Yeah, 1 year. Wow. Oh, hi. You're really asking me this right now? Right.
But you're the only one with modern sensibilities you can talk to.
But that's not necessarily reciprocated, so... Oh. Cool.
Oh.
How do you do
So that's not what you want.
No. You're reading too much into it. This is the process of things,
Couldn't you start with renting an apartment or something?
This is amazing. Just
yeah.
Wait,
Oh, yeah. He told them that he got cured from an ailment, but...
Actually looking at or that I can afford one.
Sure.
This is definitely a fantasy world. Just buying a house at, as a teenager, Let's see it. It's going to be a proper fixer-upper.
Taking the boys.
Yep. Well, we need to magically, probably repair it.
Sure.
Yep. Damn, it's huge, too.
All right. Yeah, it's just a bit too big.
Properly haunted house. Let's go. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that would drive down the price, yeah.
All right. Let's have our proper adventurers, kind of.
Right. And yet it's also kind of like the test of courage,
Let's have a nice little crawl through the area.
Yep.
We get to look at the place. You know, clearly this is going to be the one that they pick, but
right.
Like this could also end up being like a, you know, a home base potentially.
Sure.
For like,
oh yeah,
him and like a, you know, a party of friends and stuff too.
Well, and also if you think about it, it could be a, hey, Princess Ariel, if you ever need a place that's like, you know, a place to lay low that is inconspicuous, you know?
I mean, once they starts living in it, it won't have the reputation of being haunted, so.
Sure.
Yeah, this is when you're going to have to be ready. You didn't check to see, like, how they're killed? Whether their bodies...
Right. Is it, like, a possession thing or, like, a, you know, just direct attack?
Yeah. Need to get ready.
So it's intelligent.
What about your future sight? Like,
I mean, I imagine that's probably why he feels fairly confident with doing this, you know?
I think also the point of them potentially like looking for places that have been opened or disturbed could tell you the, yeah.
Sure, it'd be very easy to miss, yeah.
Yep. Damn. Oh. Oh, well, there it is. That is so creepy. God, it's gonna jump out. God, I'm gonna jump. Ah! Oh, God. Oh.
Love it. Let's go.
Oh, it's
some
like
kind of earth golem?
Yeah, yeah, or...
Oh, shit.
There we go, there we go. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Shattered it. Stop. Quickly, incantations.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to be exercised, so... Yeah, it's actually like a physical, like... He can tell it's, like, gonna give up.
Yeah. It's a doll.
Yeah, it's a doll.
An automaton of some kind. Just terrified.
I did my part!
Yep.
I casted so fast!
Right.
It's beautiful! Yeah.
Yes.
Someone made this. Yep. That's why he's like, don't destroy it!
Right. We could make a life-sized doll.
Oh my god. I know where he's going with
possibilities.
This. Oh my god, these two fucking pervs. Yep. They're...
Yes.
Zanaba, calm down!
Oh wow. Right.
He's using a heal spell on himself! Yeah.
Right, because once they realize that they're up against something physical, then okay, it came from somewhere, and
maybe like the creator's notes on this thing.
Yeah, manual for how it's made.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Very oh, that might have human bones in it. There's a skeleton in there.
It might have just been something that it was designed after, you know?
Yeah.
Hopefully not at the hands of the doll.
That looked like a dragon.
Oh,
on the front. There's a lot of dragon-related stuff in this world, so... Like, in before, this mansion was like...
just carrying it.
Was someone, like, really important, like, a long time ago. Please make me the head researcher.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Easy.
I'm the perfect person to study it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a proper adventurer way to do it.
Yep. Oh, damn. They really fixed it up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not just magic. That's like...
Yeah.
Whoa. Let's go. Yeah. This piano is so soft and cute.
Yep.
Redeeming the concept of home.
Oh, yeah, that's huge for Rudius.
It's going to be huge for him.
And it's also a big enough space that, like, if he does have, like a moment of regression or something, he can actually, like,
yeah,
you know, it's... She doesn't get the reference.
No. Right, so how do we do this? Oh, that's great. I'm talking about, like...
There are other things, too.
The process of... Okay. Okay.
Right. That's where it's like... Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, not as a
proper ask. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Oh, and that's the same thing that, you know, basically he was just scared of too. And
okay. Awesome.
Cute.
Love it.
Cute.
It's adorable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Alrighty.
So next episode.
Yeah.
We go on wedding. All right,
awesome.
We're back.
Good stuff.
Season 2, part 2.
Yep.
We had to resolve kind of the, oh, yes, we want to get married.
But, like, what does that look like?
And what does that look like?
Yeah.
I like that it was very much the, oh, okay, we don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Cliff says it's a house, so, yeah, we'll find a haunted house so that we don't have to, you know, go into debt to, you know, get it because it's basically free.
That'd really suck, wouldn't it? You know? Yeah. And the way
but I love that it added a fun way for them to have a little adventure together. Yeah.
And also it does make a lot of sense because this is Rudy is new to this whole thing, right? In the same way that Sylphia is. So the what do I do here, right? He's thinking like, okay, I'll do this, I'll get the house, you know, all of this stuff. And I love that was then basically then, you know, like he brings it all up. And yes, she loves it, it's great. And then it's the, okay, but like, what do we do? You know, right? Not you or I, but the two of us together.
Yeah.
You know, and
maybe they just have a house in Renoa.
Yep.
And it's just something that, you know, hey, over the course of time, being an adventurer, you know, just building your guys' overall, I guess, careers,
sure.
You know, because she's going to end up being a knight to Ariel. You're going to have times where it's not going to be just specifically like, oh, you're going to be here. You're going to end up moving around and stuff. So even as, you know, Rudius gets stronger with magic and stuff, we're still working on the teleportation stuff with Nanahoshi. So he's going to need to be here at times when she's going to need to be with Ariel. So the idea that they're not always going to be in the same place means that it can be nice to have a space that they can come back to.
Exactly.
Intermittently, even though this story spans a world. So we're not realistically going to be able to settle down
what do you do the next
specific house, you know?
What do you do the next time the man god gives you like a tip, you know, of like, hey, you should go over here, You know, right? Like that's not just a you decision anymore. So, you know, like, but it's fun.
Right.
This is ways in which the characters have grown, will continue to grow. We can see a bit of that path going forward, and it also just serves as a really great way to sort of like be that getting us back into the flow of things with how the show is moving and all that stuff. With we'll clear this haunted house, and then, oh, hey, it's a moving doll. Yes, Zanabo will absolutely have a lot of fun with that. You know, sure. Maybe make sure that it's not being kept in the same building as Julie, you know. But, yeah.
But there you go. Okay, a nice little soft, quiet episode.
Yep.
Probably the most exciting thing about it for me is just that Sylphie and Rudius are going to get married, but the actual process for that is going to take them time, but then it's also going to eventually lead them to being in other places. So the idea that this home isn't necessarily just going to be filled by them. They could have their friends here. They could have, get-togethers here. They could have
kids here.
Kids here, yes. But, sometimes you're not going to be able to be at home with the kids. So you're going to need, let's be real. Rudius does not have the capacity in terms of how he was raised in order to understand how to be a...
good dad?
Well, not necessarily a good dad. I think he could be a good dad for like the later periods when they're a little bit older, but the actual like raising of babies, like,
changing dirty diapers or whatever. Well, magic, it'll be fine,
Right, because from his time in the real world, he was not only, a NEET to the utmost extent, it wasn't a healthy dynamic either.
Yeah.
So he didn't necessarily see good examples of things like that in his environment either.
Yep.
Not just because he was, obviously, dealing with his own shit and probably wasn't, that great of a person in that regard. But also just, the time he was here, he's not necessarily learning as much from the baby perspective when he got isekai'd.
Yeah, it's right, because he is, but it's, it's that whole thing of getting the redo, right? While at the same time, because he's fully cognizant and, like, developed and everything, right? Like, that's... It's not going to be quite the same. So to the degree that the show wants to go into that, awesome. Like this definitely does feel like it's setting things up for that time skip, of, okay, we have 2 years left, at the university and, maybe some time after.
Sure.
I'm really excited to see where it decides to go with that. And given that they're developing working on the teleportation magic, if they do make some breakthroughs, that would be kind of cool if it's like okay, and then this is
moderate form of it.
Yeah, have some return, teleporting spell that they set up here, and then okay, they go out on some adventure, and then
I still feel like I still feel like I want more development here with regards to things with Nanahoshi because of how important she is to the grand scheme of things with the plot. Sure. But if we're going to have a montage of anything being like Rudius' happiness with Sylphie, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to abandon this space to then go back to Asura and start doing politics stuff without some actual progress here. And now, realistically, it might just be one of those things where this is an epic, this is a saga. We're not going to be getting progress in 10 years.
Like a concrete milestone for the teleportation magic might be something where it does take a couple years.
Or it's not even that you get a spell. You just get like, oh, we made a tiny breakthrough. We understand it a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. That small iterative progress that wouldn't necessarily make for the most, gripping moment by moment thing. So do it as a montage, sure. But we're in the new chapter, and in the same way that the characters are very much in a new chapter, and I'm really happy about that. And I like that it ended with it being a thing of Rudius being like, no, I want to marry Sylphie. Not as something of, oh, thank you for helping me with this thing, because of course, but
there's always a conflict in my mind with the idea that he is Rudius now, and thus the memories and experiences of being this young boy have effectively come into conflict and or overwritten at times a lot of the ways in which he approaches life when he was in the real world, in our world. But the idea that there was bleed through for a large period of time, but because of the amount of struggle and pain and hardship he's gone through here, in some ways that constant kind of flipping back and overcoming that reversion, like bringing himself back here, seems to have made that almost a form of to bring up that would be almost a form of like dead naming him. Like it's not completely gone, but it's not who he is anymore. So
when he thinks of his dad, he's absolutely thinks of Paul, not whoever it was in the real world.
Right. And the idea is that hopefully as this goes on, he's able to then fully be free of that and continue forward. So
and that's the beauty of the story and his character arc.
Right. So then the thing like this being a let's get married, it actually feels like he's wanting to, live his full life here, obviously, because it's so much better here. Yeah. But it's different than just being like, oh, I want to sleep with her,
Yeah, not some just, this is the final route or whatever in the VN or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to spend my life with this person. I want to, set down roots and things. Yeah. To whatever degree, in a practical sense, the setting down of roots comes into conflict with all of the other stuff that is going on in this world and whatnot. The things that they'll figure out together. So
like this is a fun promise that the show has given since early on, but the idea that we're here for a long time and most of the time a good time, because we're going to be covering his life. Yeah. Like that's effectively my favorite part of this story's promise, is that we're going to cover Rudius's life. Like his, full-on reincarnation story here.
Oh yeah, I would not be surprised if at the end of the, the show and like it's,
he dies of old age.
Yeah, exactly. It's the, all right, he's surrounded by family and friends,
basically.
Yeah, exactly. It does some montage of him and Sophie, growing old at a house together and then watching the sunset, as the grandkids come to visit,
Yeah. So. Okay. All right, that's where we're at. Yeah. Nice quiet episode. Zanaba's very fun. His voice acting is very extreme here. I would say that my favorite kind of funny part this episode is definitely the
moving
doll. No, the way in which Cliff is just casting spells with his incantations. He spits out the words so fast.
Right.
But then the part where he gets dropped in the background and you can see in the subtitles like above that he's
casting a
healing spell on himself because Zanaba actually kind of cracked his skull probably a little bit or something.
Oh yeah. Right. It's that like, hey, if you want to have the physical comedy in a world that you take seriously, right? You need to be able to take the physical comedy seriously. And so maybe some healing magic is required.
Right.
Yeah, it's great.
It's the thing of like, you actually did damage, Cliff there. So
right. It's Cliff, the moments when Eris does her would do her tsundere thing, and it's like, no, you're actually just beating the shit out of those people.
Yeah, you actually just punched them and
broke bones,
broke bones or something. Yeah.
Yep.
But
all right, let's go.
Yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.